Welcome, 3 to go here in Boston. The Ghost Ballers all set to take on the three-headed monsters who desperately need a win today. Take a look at the standings, and remember, in the Big Three, the last two teams after this week are eliminated. You see the three-headed monsters right now? No win, no moving on. And I think Coach Reggie Theus fully understands the importance of this game. He has to get these guys playing at a level where they can find a way to win a game and advance. I'm Brian Scalabrine alongside Lady Magic, Nancy Lieberman, and what would you say to your team if they're facing elimination and they need a must-win?
Well, the only thing you can say is play hard and compete every possession, every opportunity. You never just want to, roll it up and say the season is over, because all you're going to do is end up getting put in the portal and getting other players for next season.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the rosters. Three-headed monster, obviously with Kevin Murphy getting hurt, they had to replace a few guys. You got Rashard Lewis, Reggie Evans, Labinowitz, Brandon Moss, who's played well, and New Williams. For the Ghost Ballers, who are playing really good basketball, Mike Taylor, Chris Johnson, Jonathan Simmons, Darnell Jackson, very underrated player, and Charles Garcia.
I still think this is the best team that George Gervin has had in his time here in the league. You got bigs, you got shooters, you got penetrators. You mentioned Darnell. He's the glue guy on this team.
Let's take a look at some of the rules here in the Big Three. They don't play with a clock, they play first to 50. And at halftime, you'll see 25, and no game clock, but there's a shot clock. Free throws, one shot counts for the value of the distance, and remember, there's those 4-point circles. Let me ask you about the Ghost Ballers, because it feels like everyone is playing their role, and I feel like your team's the same way. Like, how difficult is it to get guys to understand and embrace their role?
It's, that's the hardest thing when you're coaching, is just to say, look, this is what I need you to do in this, specific instance. It doesn't mean your role's diminished. It means everybody has something, you have to do for the sake of the team and the culture of the team. So you have to give them a chance to understand how valued all roles are.
There you see the Iceman right there. And I agree with Nancy. I think that this is his best team. Everyone understands their role. Everyone does their job, including right there Mike Taylor, number 88 for the Ghost Ballers. Plays with a tremendous amount of energy, but has no problem deferring to other guys when they have it going.
And he has no problem adding a lot of color to the court. He is our fashionista in this league.
He always brings it on that department, no question about it. And he always brings a tremendous amount of energy. Loves being here, and there's a lot of guys that fall into that category. Maybe people you guys haven't seen or heard of, but these guys are legends in their own right in their cities, and they bring energy to the Big Three.
Well, the Big Three is energy. That's what 3-on-3 basketball is. It's about, understanding mismatches and getting to the spots that you're going to be successful at.
There's Labinowitz. Oh, with the lob. Right off the bat, Brandon Moss.
I think that's a nice play coming out to start this game, give them a little energy. And watch this, when Rabinowitz goes hard, but look at D-Block is looking at the ball, and Mike Taylor gets caught up, kind of going through the gap instead of staying with his man.
Darnell with the start. There, you called him the glue guy.
He's really good. He played for me a couple years ago. He's an excellent shooter from the top, very smart, and just a great veteran to have on your team.
I always felt like he made those winning plays down the stretch. Here's Labinowitz again with that high pick and roll. Keeps the ball high. It's off. Rebound Jackson. Simmons with the dunk.
Yeah, he's pretty explosive, and they do such a great job of transition off a rebound.
That's part of the Big Three. You'll see a lot of teams really focus on that. Reggie Evans with the fadeaway. It's short. Simmons clears it. Taylor for three. Yes.
A couple games ago, he hit 5 threes. You really have to press up on him and make him a driver.
There's Moss. Hard left. Dishes to Evans. Strong finish. That's a lot of beef. Darnell Jackson, Reggie Evans going at it.
Yes, they have battled before, and you have to be mentally and physically ready for those type of encounters. The ball's in Taylor's right hand. Watch him right here. Well, this was more of the catch and shoot, but you're already late. You have to almost deny him the basketball and make him move for it.
Simmons. No show. Going strong. Finish.
He's having himself a season. He's just so focused on using his strength and his ability around the rim.
Benowitz with the floater. No call. Gets it back. Moss. Oh, with the travel.
I have to tell you, Scal, you know this. You've played in the league. You've been doing the TV. Until you have played in a couple games in the Big Three, you don't understand the hand-to-hand combat.
For sure.
You don't understand the physicality of these players. They're savvy. They're smart. They'll push you off your spot. And if you haven't done it, you don't know how to respond in kind.
And that's a good example of it right there. The Big Three on the drive, it's really physical. You could be physical. But when a guy goes up and you bump him, it's going to be a foul like this play right here.
Absolutely. And you know Simmons, when he's going downhill, he's going hard to the basket. And you've got really some new guys besides Reggie Evans. You got New Williams, you've got Moss. And they just haven't played in this league long enough to understand.
I always felt like your teams were the most prepared at knowing the game of Big Three, whether it's defensively, how physical they can be, offensively, where to put the ball. Oh, he's feeling it now.
It's about time for a timeout.
That's right. Mike Taylor, he's playing with a ton of confidence right now as he steps in to the Big Three. Nancy said, you better get a hand up or you're in trouble.
I don't think I did a very good job for you guys on that.
I don't need this. Yeah, I don't need that. It's hard to coach. Yeah, well, he's talking to his team right now. When they
be there, but we got the side pick and roll also. Yeah. Okay, so do this.
Draw it up.
All right.
I know. Nah, draw it up. Draw it up. He threw a paper before you ain't running right.
So.
Draw it up. So I know what you're doing. A long time ago.
Okay, so here, go on.
It's hard to coach and interview at the same time.
Well, it's hard to hear when you're coming to us. Like, I could hear you a little bit, but I didn't know if it was directed to me.
Got it.
And with the music and everything.
How far are we from break? Reggie, we got 30 seconds. We'll go right to you as soon as we're out of the break. You got us?
Reggie, can you hear me?
I don't hear him.
They don't hear us. Have audio. Go turn the IFB up.
Oh, okay.
Tell him to hold the IFB in his hand.
All the way.
All right, welcome back. Ghost Ballers came out strong. We're going to try to talk to Reggie Theus, the coach of Three-Headed Monsters. Reggie, do you hear us right now?
No, I don't think he can hear us right now. And, you know, he was pretty animated with his team.
And there's a lot of talk in the huddle. We got a chance to listen in on the huddle. A lot of talk about the pick and roll and saying, when that's there, you have to throw it. If you got two on you, you got to give it up. And that you can see on that play, that's exactly what happened.
And you also have to space the floor because you don't want somebody to roll over and clog up that little area.
Taylor for three, another one. Oh, man. Well, he's looking right at Joe Johnson right now. So you could do that. I could do it better.
He's a really good player. Taylor knows what he's doing, and he's playing with an abundance of confidence, I would say.
Simmons. Well, goes into Evans. He's got 4 on the clock. He's got to go quick here, too. Moss with the rebound. Moss on the attack, elevates, gets it off the glass, goes up, gets it back, goes up again.
Yeah, Moss is a little, as we say, bouncy.
Yeah, live wire,
Yeah,
no doubt.
he's unbelievable. I mean, his second jump is so quick for him to tip that ball back to himself.
He told me his nickname was Body Bag. If I was playing against a guy with a nickname Body Bag, I'm not sure I'd go and challenge him at the rim.
Did he tell you why? Does he put you in a body bag?
I guess. I didn't want to ask because that can lead to so many different things. So I just said, all right, Body Bag, I'll talk to you later.
Well, he's a really good player. It was a great pickup by them. You got to stay healthy in this league. I mean, that's half of it.
So you can see right there, three-headed monsters, they play a very powerful game. See, lead the big three in free throw attempts. There's Taylor getting downhill, a little Euro step, takes his time, lays it up. Mike Taylor got something going on with the fan. Maybe it's Joe Johnson. He's staring this way every time he scores.
There's a little bit of gamesmanship in this league. You know that.
Do you like it when your team does that?
No, I don't. I don't.
Locked in.
But, you know, I mean, there's so many friendships here. They've been talking to each other. Look at that beautiful Euro step, hesitation. Mike Taylor is feeling it today, and then he's going to talk to somebody.
He's been, in the past, best trash talker of the league. Oh, my goodness.
I think I would deny him the basketball and make him back cut or just force him into putting the ball on the floor.
He is feeling it. Beautiful move by Moss. I think I noticed about Moss. He goes right, goes left, finishes right, finishes left. Very good at going to the rim. There's Simmons on the one side. Soft touch.
Yeah, that's it. You got to go back to Simmons every time. If New Williams is going to guard him, you just got to post the guy up.
Yeah, you love to play that power game and that matchup game. And your team really recognizes how to get the mismatches that they like. How much of that is the big three for you?
It's all about mismatches. What can you do? You know, if somebody is on fire like this, you either got to face guard him, top block him, not allow him to get the ball, make them throw the ball over the top where he has to run and chase it.
All right, here's Mike Taylor off to a great start.
Mike, we talked about, he's such a rhythm player and a confident player, but if you let him set his feet like this, he's got 14 of the 20-plus points for the Ghost Ballers, but he's just feeling it, great spacing. He's just out veteran, being a vet to some rookies in this league.
I mean, look at those numbers. Those are the leaders in the big three. He's right up there with Jordan Crawford, who's playing the best I've ever seen him or in this league, and Barbosa, who's always been able to knock down threes. I mean, that is a ridiculous three-point percentage.
Yeah, Jordan Crawford, he torched us today.
Yeah.
He's really tremendous.
There's Moss on the post. Oh, he slips. Taylor picks it up, kicks it out. Simmons for three. Oh, those balls are playing, and that is sending us to the half. 25-10.
George doesn't look nervous at all. He is the class of '96.
Well, that's the Iceman. Ghost Ballers have their best chance, but if they win tonight, three-headed monsters could be going home. Got an unbelievable play from Simmons and Mike Taylor. See it right there. 25-10, Ghost Ballers dominating the first half.
All right, well, let's hear it for the big three.
as those were dominating this first half over three-headed monsters. I'm Brian Scalabrine alongside Nancy Lieberman. I mean, the dominance of the Ghost Ballers, and where do you want to start?
Well, you know what? First of all, I got to give the props to the Ghost Ballers because they're playing really good. They're moving the basketball around. Stars are being stars. But this is really a hodgepodge team with the three-headed monsters, and they have a very storied culture. You know, from Gary Payton to Reggie Theus. But when you have two or three guys that you're pulling off the, out of the pool, they don't really know how to play with each other yet. Reggie Evans is, the staple, but you got to have some of those stars.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they miss Kevin Murphy, but can't take anything away from the way the Ghost Ballers are playing right now. They're playing some of the best ball probably in their history. And as Nancy was saying, take a look, three-headed monsters. I mean, they went to the championship game, the semis, championship game, semi. I love them coming into this season. But Kevin Murphy, the MVP from last year, him being out in a shortened season, that's going to hurt them.
Well, that's a game breaker for them. That's a season breaker for them because Murph was just taking his game to another level. MVP, unstoppable, played hard. I thought they were going to win the championship in 2021 in the Bahamas.
We have to look at Mike Taylor right now. Maybe not in the MVP conversation, but he's playing like an MVP this game.
Yeah, well, you can see, you're just late, a hair late, and then he comes and he gives you the okie doke and finishes at the rim right there. This is just veteran basketball. You step away, you change the angle.
What do you think of the decision to go with Darnell Jackson just in the starting lineup? That's usually not what they typically do.
No, but I think it's really very smart to give Darnell the minutes. This is a team that's going to be fighting for the playoffs, and Darnell's going to be very much a part of that.
Wow. Ghost Ballers haven't missed a shot, and Chris Johnson just comes in and knocks down another three. 11 for 11. It's got to be some kind of record in the Big Three.
Yeah, it has to be. I have not seen a team shoot that well coming into a game, but, I'm sure George, he's so good with his son of laying out a game plan and understanding talent and who you go to. You've got a shot blocker in Johnson. You've got Simmons who can take you off the dribble. He can stretch it to three. And then Mike Taylor is Mike Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, you said it right off the top of the show. This is the best team they've probably ever had. And like you guys, like Power, they all understand their roles. They do them to a perfection. And that is so important in this league. Spacing, knowing your role, when to go to work, all those things.
Yeah, you're not going to win every game, no matter how good you are, if you're Trilogy, if you're Power, if you're the triplets. It's a very competitive league. I think it's the most competitive league we've ever had. But now you're playing for pride, you're playing for your professionalism, and you're playing for coaches like myself who might want you in a year.
They're still 12 for 12. Do they keep it going? Oh, the first miss of the day. A wide open corner three for Simmons.
Oh, yeah, I'd trade him right now. No, I'm kidding.
Just like that.
Yeah, you miss a shot with the Ballers, you're done.
Lewis with the rebound, gets it out. Moss showing a little range. Short. There's Reggie Evans, seen that before.
Yeah, once Reggie gets inside of you, he's strong. He carves out space when the ball is in the air, and you're always coming over his back.
Yeah, you can't move him. No matter how hard you try, if you don't have good position when that shot's up, he's getting that board.
And he's relentless. He does not quit. He's always in great shape.
Flying to the basket. 30-12. Brandon Moss is some athlete.
Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable because now we're witnessing the next generation of Big Three basketball players.
Johnson inside.
Look at him right here. Scout, he's in the air deciding which shot he's going to use. Very reminiscent of your game.
I never spent much time in the air.
Oh, you spent a lot of time in this building.
Yes, I have. Oh, inside Moss. Yeah, I love this this building. They always show out with the big three. They love basketball here in Boston.
It's packed. This is the best crowd. I'm telling you, the first game it was just packed in here. But you know, when we came here to play, you know, with the Kings, not as bad as the old Boston Garden, where there'd be like rodents in your locker room. It would be the middle of the winter. It would be freezing. They'd put no heat in there. Yeah.
It's not like that anymore.
You never understood it.
No, I never played in the old Garden. I'm you know, everyone talks about it, but it's funny. People here in Boston, they love it.
Yeah.
If you ask anybody, oh, it's a dump. You know, everybody from the league hated the place.
I remember playing with the Globetrotters in '88, and we played in the Boston Garden, and every time I would dribble the ball, there'd be a dead spot.
Yeah. I know the rumor was Dennis Johnson would force guys to that area. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
Should be
Eyes
a lot,
up,
I should
arm
be a
bar
lot
out.
lower. Look at me telling those two what to do right there.
You're giving them financial advice, what to do with their millions. And where's the ring?
I don't wear it ever. It's too big. I mean, why? And now it's out of hand. Some of the,
I'm going to start wearing all my rings. So I'm playing international, Olympics.
I don't.
Hall
I know.
of
You're,
Fame.
if I did that and then you brought yours, it'd be embarrassing to me. You know, when I first started working in media here in Boston, people would always, oh my goodness, he's so athletic. People would always ask me, what's it like? You know, oh, thank you for 2008. Thanks for 2008. I'd be like, come on, guys, I didn't do much. Now, Nancy, I go, I know, I carried that team all the way to the finals.
And you had Rondo, you had a big baby Davis.
Yeah.
I mean, you
There's
had so many of my guys.
Oh, good block. Darnell Jackson making winning plays.
That is impressive. Look at the rotation on this. Nobody gives up on the ball. Darnell could have just said, okay, my friend, I've seen you shoot it.
Yeah.
But that's not what he does.
Garcia in the post, going against Richard Lewis, taking his time with the step back. Water's gone a little cold here. The score was 30-10. 6-0 run for three-headed monster. Oh, Reggie Evans talking to the official a little bit. Gets downhill.
Reggie looks like the fight
Good
last
pass. Oh, what a pass by Evans.
So you're guarding Reggie Evans. It's like Crawford and Spence last night. It's a pounding, pounding, and eventually you're going to get knocked out.
Oh, big shot, Chris Johnson.
Yeah, he wasn't happy not starting.
No, you could tell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Coming out shooting.
That's good. Sometimes, I always say this about coaches. They're doing their job, but they're lighting a fire under you. Oh, my goodness.
This is a big lineup right here. You've got like 6'10", 6'9".
Darnell Jackson, automatic.
It's unreal.
I have, and he knows. Because when I talk about him as greatest of light. He knows how much I respect his game. Well, Ghost Ballers up, 35-18. Iceman, he likes a lot of what he sees. All right, welcome back. Ghost Ballers in control, 35-18. Earlier today, Power and Enemy, the Enemy's playing really good basketball.
Yeah, they really are. You know, we hit some good shots. They just came out and they kept attacking. You know, Crawford, we talked about what a great shooter he is. Same thing right there. Elijah Stewart. And then, you know, Isaiah Austin came in and he played really well. And it's going to happen in this league. I mean, it happened to the Triplets earlier in the game. Everybody, you know, we're talking about all the teams that are going to be eliminated at the bottom.
Yeah.
We need to start talking about the teams that are all stacked up at 4-2.
Yeah, you're right.
That are fighting for the playoffs.
Now, you're right, because we are talking a lot about who's going to be gone and stuff, but there are some really good teams at the top battling it out, including this team, the Ghost Ballers. Reggie Evans with that smooth left.
Reggie's expanded his game every year. He's not just a power rebounder. He's facing up now, and I think teaching his kids and coaching his kids made him expand his game.
It's a good call. All right, Darnell Jackson, turn and face. 10-5 run by three-headed monsters. Reggie Evans fighting, nothing going. Lewis, long two. This is what Nancy was talking about. Take a look. Enemy's power, killer threes, triplets, trilogy. And if the Ghost Ballers win today, look at that logjam at the top.
Well, and look at Rick Barry's team. They're 3-2. They win today. They could be 4-2. And now, you know, it's ride or die.
Yeah, no question. This is the big couple weeks here in Boston. Next week in Charlotte, then Detroit. There's going to be a lot of battles. Big Three is just going to continue to get better.
Well, who's going to be more mentally tough? Who's going to run, you know, their stuff? Who's going to understand possession basketball? That's what the winning teams do. That's why Trilogy won 3 years. You know, they've won twice and 3 in their history.
Yeah, what'd you think of the Hezi God coming in? And I've never seen a guy impact the league as much as he has so fast.
You know what? I was talking to him in the locker room before because we were sharing locker rooms, and I said, you know, you are the standard here. You've been 3 times, 3 times, you know, at the combine. We bypassed you, and now you get your chance. You have your moment, and you take advantage of it. I told him I was really proud of what he's done.
Yeah. The guy plays all the time. He just never stops. So that gives him a big advantage. He can absolutely score it. Oh, big finish by Moss. There's that body bag. Zip you up.
You know, you got to play hard. Whatever you do, whatever happens in this game, just play hard. It becomes really the DNA of who you are.
Yeah.
If you quit, we'll know it.
Oh, Johnson, 3 threes today coming off the bench.
Again, they've stayed primarily the second half, the Ghost Ballers, with this big lineup, and it's done very well for them.
Lewis with the miss. Johnson gets it back. Oh, he gives it up. Garcia inside. Jackson for 3. In and out. Reggie Evans clears it. Evans, top of the key, looking inside. Doesn't want to shoot it. Oh, nice pass by Moss. Rebound Lewis, back to Moss. That's another body bag.
I think I'm getting on the other end of him going up like that. You just step out of the way, although we talked about Darnell blocked that shot.
That's that culture you're talking about. Darnell Jackson's not going to give up on a play.
Nope.
There's Johnson up top. And you're right, that big lineup, they're letting these guys go. They got the big lead. See if they can maintain it. An 18-point lead, that's a lot in the Big Three. So,
you know, and I think mentally, when you're up, you get into that, you know, 40, 42, 44-point range, and you just want to end the game. So you're looking for the 3, you're looking for the 4.
all right, let's go back to Moss, putting guys in body bags.
I would say you got mossed right here.
Head by the rim. There's Johnson up top. 3 threes off the bench. Inside, Garcia against Lewis. Fade away behind the backboard. Whoa. You ain't Larry, buddy. That's a tough one. Even the people are laughing. That's a tough one.
See, and you know what happens? You're a young guy in this league. You take a shot like that, and George Gervin subs you out.
I saw Larry Bird do that one time. Oh, Moss. Man, his athleticism is different.
Yeah, he's just a different player right here. The fact that he's got those legs and the bounce.
Got 20 points tonight. Well, Simmons checks back into the game, and you're right. You get closer to 50. It seems like the Ghost Ballers are sort of settling for long shots.
You know, and you don't realize how big he is. You know, they list him at 6'10".
He is a freak athlete. You said it earlier, his gather points are near the free throw line where he's looking to elevate. That's just odd to go against.
It's hard to defend. I mean, how high can you go up to, to try and block or contest a shot? You just have to move him off his spot. But when he's in motion and he's going downhill, it's a different story.
For sure. One shot for 2 points. That'll give Moss 22.
Hey, how about our friend Jaylen Brown coming in here today?
Yes.
And just enjoying the game. Stayed for 3 of the games. Had a chance to visit with him. He and I did something for Make-A-Wish at the All-Star game in Salt Lake City. It was the first time I really had a chance to meet him. And
impressive, right?
Very impressive what he has done as a man, not just the money.
Yeah, he's always doing things here in the community. He's going, as we see Moss looking to attack.
Which is what you have to do at this point. Just keep going to the rim. Don't worry about anything else. Execute what Coach Theus is giving you.
They're going to find out. They're going to see who the ball went out of bounds on. And remember, Nancy's right here. Ghost Ballers have 6 fouls. So, it does seem like a lot. Down 14. But if the three-headed monsters get to the free throw line, they get the ball back.
Exactly. So you keep the ball out of the hands of all those other players. It's a definite strategy when you get to that 6th foul, point.
Great block by Johnson.
That's an incredible block.
That's going to be out on Moss. Iceman urging his team to finish this game off. You don't want to mess around with it at this point.
No, you get to 44 points. They've been stuck on 44 points. But you just want to make sure you get in, you get out, nobody gets hurt.
It does seem like they were playing that way with Simmons and Mike Taylor on the bench for an extended period of time. You never really see that with them. But once it gets a little dicey, which it doesn't seem like 14-point lead is dicey, but it is when you have 6 fouls on the board.
And we've seen this before. We've seen teams come back from being down double-digit because of what you just said, going to the basket, drawing a foul, getting the ball back.
They tried to run your play. They just didn't slip out. It's like I really love it when TJ's in and he's slipping out of screens. He's supposed to dive hard to the basket on that.
Yeah, and he got held up a little bit by Rashad.
All right, Simmons looking to get downhill. Attacks. 2 feet in the paint. Gets it out. Taylor, 5 on the clock. He's had the hot hand in the first half. Gets downhill, accelerates. Oh, shows off the touch. Wants to foul.
I can't blame him. I'd want the foul on that too.
Yeah, he'd seem to get fouled pretty good on that. Now he's guarding Reggie Evans. Ooh, that's a bad foul. If I was Iceman, I'd challenge this. Take a look.
Great job, the crossover dribble, and it was the body down low, and at that point, you're getting to the foul line. And most of these players, you probably don't know this, the fans at home, there are Academy Award-winning basketball players for drawing fouls.
So, when you bring the fire, do you have to think about the matchups and this and what?
You know
You got
what?
Reggie Evans against Mike Taylor. That's going to be tough, right?
I would use the bring the fire every half. You might as well use it or you lose it.
Yeah.
And who knows, somebody might bring you some tacos. Okay, so that's very important. If you're coaching and you're hungry, you go, where's my taco? I know it's not Taco Tuesday.
Taco Sunday. All right. I would ask my coach not to bring the fire if I had to go against Reggie
See,
Evans.
Reggie's got to take a step back right there. If I'm Reggie, I'm just bully balling to the rim. Oh yeah, bully
there
ball,
he is.
keep going, keep going, keep
Oh,
going.
he's got all the time in the world. He's got all the time in the
Two.
world.
That's exactly what he has to do. Just back them in.
I'm telling the Iceman to pass on that one.
And now they get the ball back again. They should get the ball back.
They do.
And now you're playing for your professional pride.
Yeah, remember, for people that just tuned in, Three-Headed Monsters, they lose, they're out. They will not go to Charlotte next week.
And again, I don't think I would just throw up some threes right here. I would continue to take the ball to the basket, try to draw a foul, even though Rashad's done that for years.
And it's a good sub to put Darnell Jackson back in the game. Oh, good hands. Simmons gets it back. They didn't have to clear it. They did anyways. There's Simmons. Strong to the basket. Takes his time. Maybe traveled. Oh, that's off Mike Taylor.
Yes, it is. It's good defense.
Very good defense.
Yeah, Simmons is trying to say it was, but it was clearly off of Mike Taylor's hands.
Good job by Moss. Appropriate help. You can't just run around and help everywhere in Big Three. The court's too big. Testy out here. Lewis looking inside. Moss just elevates over. Gets it back. Throws to Evans. Evans lays it up. Chipping away.
That's all you can do right now is just continue to try and assert your will. They're doing that. And, you know, it's only a 12-point game.
This is the best part about the Big Three. You can't just sit on your lead and wait for the clock to save you. You got to go out there and score. You got to get buckets.
Well, this promotes having to play every possession as if it's a game-winning possession.
Yeah. Remember, let's remind you guys about the Three-Headed Monsters. Championship game, semis, championship game, semis. And this year, just injuries, a couple bad losses early, and it really hurts them.
You remember the game, again, going back to the bubble in 2021 at Atlantis.
Yeah.
Kevin Murphy, that was his breakout season.
Yes, it was, yeah.
And, you know, that came down to like the last possession or two because we thought Three-Headed Monsters were going to win. I think Gary Payton was leaning back and feeling good about it.
It was the Jared Jack game. Oh, that's a big turnover. I mean, look at the difference right there. Look at the three-point shooting since Kevin Murphy has been out.
Yeah, it's hard.
8 turnovers. Yeah, it's tough. Corner three. Needed it, got it. Down to 9.
Yeah, this is the beauty of the Big Three. Do not rest. This team is playing hard. And I love the fact that Lewis is in the game.
Ball. Yes. It's a big shot. It's almost a backbreaker for Three-Headed Monsters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is right there. Ghost Ballers get the win. And we mentioned it a few times on this program. Three-Headed Monsters. I mean, nothing to hang your head about. Very tough situation with Kevin Murphy, but they're going home.
Well, Ghost Ballers just realizing you got to go back to the guys that took you here during the season, Taylor and Simmons, and then, you know, this, and that's playing street ball. You put it right back in.
Big win for the Ghost Ballers. Another team at 4-2 as they continue to do this. Hey, we'll be right back. 51-37 Ghost Ballers when we come back. All right. Ghost Ballers came out hot, made their first 11 field goals, and they closed it out. Let's say goodbye to the three-headed monsters. They'll be going home, but Ghost Ballers strong at 4-2.